Hi everyone, Claire Maxwell here at Embodied Learning Systems. Today's video is about why is self-care so hard? Well, I think it's hard because we kind of have lofty ideals for ourselves and sometimes we just kind of work too hard at self-care. So my cranial nerve sequencing work is designed to give you reliable access to getting in touch with your own body whenever you need it in the flow of your life. So once you learn the practices, they're so simple and we learn them one nerve at a time, that you don't have to meditate for 40 minutes to get to it. It's something that you can tap into right away. So today's video is about cranial nerve 3. And I'll tell you why at the end of the video. But cranial nerve 3 is the first motor nerve. The first two for the sense of smell and for the reception of light. Those two nerves are sensory. And this is the first motor nerve. It allows your eyes to move around in their beautiful round sockets. So we'll just do a two-step process here. I'm just stepping back so you can see my hand. So you could do this in your chair, but it's a little bit more enlivening for your body to do it standing up. So what I want you to do is bring your hands up while looking out in front of yourself. I hope you have something nice to look at. So what you'll begin to notice is that you can see a very soft and kind of vague impression of your hands in your peripheral vision. And just kind of move your fingers very lightly, just to bring some energy to your fingertips. So you're going to continue looking out and seeing things in the world, seeing what is actually happening around you. But what you're doing in order to become aware of your peripheral vision is just to bring your fingers, your softly moving fingers, into this circle. So it has a lower half and it has an upper half. And if you move your fingers just lightly like that, you'll find it's not stressful on your hands. So this first step is just so that you can really practice being aware and seeing, but also having your peripheral vision. So the circle of your peripheral vision is now in your mind, it's in your awareness, and it can move you. So what is that like? Just as if it had a mind of its own, just let it move you a little bit, to the right or to the left. Just a soft movement. You can turn. And just notice as you turn the whole circle, do you start to tense and focus on certain objects? Or can you keep a kind of a soft, open focus? You don't want to do this too long because it's a little artificial, and turning to the other side. And it's really nice actually to become aware of the whole right side of the circle as you turn, and the left side of the circle as you turn. And then let it go, just let it go. And walk a little bit through your space, or make any movements that you want to do, a little stretch. And see what it's like. Yeah, this is a good movement to do, just a reach to the right and a reach to the left. Yes, you can focus on something, but you can also, in between the right hand and the left hand, you can fall into that circle, into that soft circle. So you can focus and you can focus, and then in between you can open. So it's just remembering to include an open peripheral focus in your movement. And metaphorically, this is like, when you have to make a decision, we focus in on the decision and we kind of work it out. And that's a natural thing to do. But it's also nice to just hold it lightly and have an open field of focus and just go into a little bit of a reverie about it. And I find that when I open my peripheral vision, I come back to myself instead of getting sucked into something out there. So it gives me a little bit of buoyancy, back and forth between whatever it is I'm interested in and then, well, what do I really think about that? So this is just a tiny, tiny sample of what we do when we go through each nerve. We find practical, doable ways to access each sense organ, and each incredibly delicate motor activity that the cranial nerves are responsible for. And we learn so that we have a little bit of understanding about how our system is designed and how it functions, so that we can tap into it when it's needed. And this is a great foundation for any other form of embodiment, because there's some very complicated theories and understandings of how this all works. But if we don't have a connection to the basic building blocks in our own body, there's a certain kind of understanding that evades us. Okay, I hope that was helpful. And the workshop's coming up in April. Check it out below. It's going to be really fun. Okay, bye.